Heyo, kiddos. This is Mr. Broviak with your Camp Tecumseh week lesson plans. Sorry I'm not here today as I am up at camp, but I figured you could still have my melodious voice as I walk you through what you're going to need to do while I'm gone. If you go ahead and take a look below the screen on my podium, down in this area, you'll notice that I have a poster up with information for you about what you should be doing during this time. And on the whiteboards across on the other side of the room, I have the schedule up for the week and then for each day. So you can take a look up there and hopefully that will help you with what is going on. You will need your gospel book. If you don't have it for some reason, please make sure you talk to the sub and she can get you a copy. Just give her a shoe or your iPad or a phone, something to hold on to remind you to give it back at the end. You will need your notebook with the homework entry we're going to put in there in a moment. So if you don't have that, let the sub know. Just write your name down. Charge you points when you get back, or you can use a pass. And then you're also going to need your iPad because you're going to need to access my website here in just a moment. So make sure you have those things. Your next checkpoint, as far as the Gospel is, according to Larry, is concerned, is page 108, which is going to be the end of part 2. And have that done by the beginning of next week because we are going to have a quiz on that coming up. So I figured I'd go ahead and give you a heads up on that one. In your notebook, you're going to create a homework with the title that you see below, the novel homework, and you're going to put an entry in there, and then we should be good to go. Now, you'll go to my website. With my website, first of all, we have the quiz coming up beginning of next week. I'm aiming for Monday. I'll have to take a look at it this next weekend to sort of see what works best, but I think that's what we're going to do. So that's where you need to get to page 108. So if you go to my website and then you go to the homework files, you have the new Gospel According to Larry section. On there, there is the very first button that says the forums, and you are going to want to click on the forums and go to this. So on my page, just so you're aware, this is what it looks like when you click and you go to my page. There is now a button that says click for the Gospel According to Larry forums, and you can click there and it'll take you to it. You're more than welcome to click the test, but it's still the Outsiders test from before because I've not uploaded the Gospel test because I don't want it on there until it's time. And down below that is where it says the ebook, and I'm still trying to find a copy of the working ebook so I can put it on there for you, but as of now, I do not have one for you. So go ahead and click that and we'll take you to the forums. This is what it's going to look like when you get to my forums. And so this is set up just for our classes. So you go in there and you're making posts and creating things on there. There are 2 sections there. One is the current one for 2016, and then one is going to be previous. And so you'll see the previous ones that are on there also. Do not use the ones from before, just use the ones from this year. The ones down at the bottom you can go to if you want. It is just random thoughts about class and then favorite Camp Tecumseh memories. You're more than welcome to post there if you want. But the ones up here are the ones we're actually going to be using for homework. So the first one we're going to be taking a look at is the one that says the Gospel 75 items. So go ahead, click there. And it's going to bring you to this screen. And here you're going to have 2 different topics that you can click on to get information. The first one we're going to do is the one that says directions, and then the other one says examples. So let's take a look at the directions, and let's have you click here and see where that takes us. Pops up with directions for what you're going to have to do. And this tells you what I want you to do with your 75 item list. So you can read what it tells you on there to do. This is what you're going to have to essentially do is do 75 items like we talked about in class. Ignore this fact that it says the 10-song playlist. It'll be corrected by the time you actually read this, and we'll have the directions for the 75 item list, not the 10-song playlist. But it'll explain to you what you're going to have to do for that. Then you go back to the main screen and you click on where it says examples, and this is where I have examples of the 75 item list. And I have put examples that I did for my very own on there, and then if you scroll down, you'll see examples of past students. And so this is just to give you an idea if you're having trouble coming up with things, or if you're not sure how stuff works, you can take a look on there to try and help you out. Then once again, it'll bring you back to this screen, and you are more than welcome to go on. If you want to do other homeworks from the future, you're going to have the 10-song playlist, and eventually you're going to have to create your own sermon. But those are homeworks I've not assigned yet. But if you get bored and want to go on, you're more than welcome to take a look at those. If you want to see examples from previous years, I have left examples from previous years on there, and you're more than welcome to take a look at those if you want, but you don't have to yet whatsoever. That's, for the most part, what you're going to be doing, is you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do for your 75 items. It has to go both in your notebook. You can either print it out, or you can handwrite it if you want to, but you're going to need it on my website, and you're going to have to put it in your notebook, both locations. You're going to have today, the time this week, to either read Gospel to get to that page 108, or to work on your book report if you want to. And you're more than welcome to start typing up stuff for your book report, because you will have a checkpoint coming up next week where you need to have 3 of your things written. Story, editorials, extras, 3 of your different things written of your choice. And so if you have a partner, you both have to have 3 things written. So it's not 3 total, but each person is going to have 3 things written. And so if it is a partner thing, then you both have to have a separate 3 things. If you're working by yourself, then you just have to have 3 things. So that's coming up. So you can either start working on the book report or reading, your choice, one way or the other. So now I leave this time up to you to go ahead and work on Gospel or the book report, however you want to do it. Just make good choices. Realize that any poor choices you make will come back to haunt you upon my return. Please pay attention to the sub. And as always, when I tell you these things, make sure you are being good. Make me proud of you. Proud. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday when I return. All right, kiddos. See ya.